Hi everybody. In this video we are going to discuss about how we can delete an element at a given position. So when you look at the input for this operation, actually you have to know the list in which you have to perform the delete operation and the position where the element has to be removed as well, right? First step is, as usual, if the list is empty, you have to check whether the list is empty. If the list is empty, then you are going to return false, indicating failure. One more thing we have to check here, one more condition that we have to check here is if the position is invalid, right? This always we have to do whenever position is passed as an argument, right? This is a validity check. And how we are going to pass the position of the element is, we are going to follow human indexing. So I will be telling, if there are totally 3 elements, I will be telling indices from 1 to 3, then it is valid. Okay, if I tell 0 or 4, then it is going to be invalid because no element is present. Please understand, I am telling about human indexing, so it is 1 to 3. When we are going to code it, we have to make variations accordingly. This is an algorithm, so independent of the implementation we discuss. Okay, and the second step is, whenever we are deleting, what we are doing is we are returning the element which was present in that particular position. Okay, so you are going to store the element at the position POS. POS is the position where deletion has to happen. You are going to store that element in a temporary variable X, and then what we are going to do is we are going to shift all the elements from position last position. Okay, we have to come from the end, so shift all elements one position left from index last to index position plus 1. We have to do this, right? Then only the element will be removed, right? And then what you are going to do, you are going to decrement the number of elements, because one element has been removed. You have to decrement the number of elements, and then you have to return the X, value of X, as well as you have to communicate that the delete operation was successful. You have to do both, right? Actually here you can do it in either way. During implementation we can take care of it, right? Either you can start from position plus 1, or you can start from the last position and also you can shift it, right? So that can be taken care during implementation, but the point is all the elements from position 1, position plus 1 to the last should be moved one step left. That is the point that we have to incorporate during the implementation. Now let us see this to the analogy, right? There are 3 people sitting in the chair in the hall. Suppose if the second person is moving out, right? As I told you, if there are n people inside the hall, all the n people should be sitting continuously from the first chair. Okay, there cannot be gaps. So this person has to move here, right? So what we understand is, if actually only one person is there, only one person is going to move. But if there are 2 or 3 people, then everyone has to move, right? This person has to move, this person has to move, and so on, right? This depends on the number of persons. Similarly, this delete at a given position also depends on the number of elements in the list, right? That is the complexity, time complexity that will be involved. Now we are going to do the implementation in C. So let us go here. So what will be the return type is int, because it is an integer list. We are going to remove an element and we are going to return the element. So return type depends on the element type of the list, and then we are going to do delete position. We have to pass the list here. In C we have to pass the list, and we have to pass the position also. Position is going to be an integer. Okay, and the first thing that we have to do is, in C, finish off all the declarations. So let me have a variable X as well as I, right? And in the previous video also we discussed, actually we have a global variable to indicate success of deletion, right? And we have initialized that to 1 outside, but there is a chance that these operations will be called again and again and the order may not be set because someone else is going to use your application, right? So the order in which it will be called is not known. So in the beginning of the function, always make deletion a success and then you check the conditions. Here I am going to check, right, whether the list is empty. That's what I have to check first. And just recall that address of the list has come here. So you have to derefer before you send it to isEmpty, because isEmpty is taking just the list by value, not by address. If the list is empty, then also you are going to tell false, or else when your position is less than 1, then also you are going to tell false, as well as when your position is greater than the number of elements of the list. Okay. So when actually by human index only it is going to come. So the maximum value that I can take for position is number of elements. Actually values will be present till number of elements minus 1. At indices from 0 to number of elements minus 1 will be the index, but the position can be up to only number of elements, right? So if the value of pivot is greater than number of elements, then also you are going to return false. Okay, right, that's what we have to do. And sorry, I cannot return false, that is algorithm only can tell return false. Here I have to return the value of x, right? But one more thing I have to do, I am using global variable for indicating failure, so I have to make it as false also. Here how I am using is, I am going to have a variable, global variable telling about the success of the operation. Now it is a failure, so we are telling deletion success equal to 0, return x, done. Okay, and if the list is not empty, then what should we do? We should first of all make x to be equal to the element in the specified position. Since it's an array, the element will be at position minus 1, right? That we have to do. And then what else we have to do? Actually, if there are few people, from here you can start, okay, that will be the correct thing, otherwise elements will be erased. So if this is the element which is going to be deleted, from the next position we have already made a copy of this in x, okay. So from the next position you can copy over here, and then from here like this, we have to go up to index number of elements minus 1, right. So you can tell for I equal to POS, right. That is the place where your element next to the element that will be deleted is present, right. For I equal to POS, I less than number of elements, right. You will be going till that place and then till the last element, and you tell I plus plus, right. You are going to move in the forward direction only, right. So I will become plus plus. What you are going to do? You are going to tell else element of I minus 1, right, is equal to else elements of I, right. So at that position, ith position, whatever is present is shifted left, okay. L elements of I minus 1 is equal to L elements of I. After this, what should be done? The number of elements should be decremented, right. So let us write number of elements minus minus, and then you return x. The value of x will be returned. Okay, I hope the code is done. Now we can check the main. In the main, what I have done is I have made the main simple now. I have commented all other things. So I am going to create a value of I am going to create a list with capacity n. I will read the value of n from the user and I will create a list of capacity n, and then I will be inserting 3 elements using beginning and end that we will check. After that I am printing the list and I am deleting the element at position. I am trying to delete the element at position 3, okay, and you will be telling deletion success or deletion fail. If deletion is success, you will say this is the element that is deleted, okay. So I hope you have observed the code. Let us try to compile and see whether it's done. Yes, I have. Yeah, here it should be in the for loop. Let us check. I have just given number of elements. This is C. Okay, so the list has come explicitly. I have to access through only the pointer. Next, I am running the code. First thing is the capacity. Let me give the capacity to be equal to 3. Okay, capacity is 3. So 3 insertions are happening. What are the insertions? Let us see here. First thing is insert beginning. So 3 will be inserted, and then insert end you have called. So 2 will be inserted after 3. Insert beginning 1, right? So 1 is inserted before this, right? And you are printing, and now we are calling delete the list at position 3. Okay, so this element should be deleted. So it should print 2 is deleted. Yes, it is printing 2 is deleted. We can run again. Yeah, 1 minute. I thought of changing the position. I'll tell position 1. Okay, let me tell position 1. So the same list 1, 3, 2. Now I am going to tell delete at position 1 means it will delete 1, right? That's what should happen. Yes, let us try out 3, right? 1 is deleted. One more thing now we will do, we will add print list also, so that we are able to see the elements after list after deletion. Okay, so let us pass the list. Yes, 3 if I give. Yes, you can see 1 is deleted and the remaining elements are 3 and 2. Now let me give the position as 2. 2 is also a valid position, so it will remove the element. When you have got 1, 3, 2, it will remove the element 3. Okay, let us try that. 1 is deleted. Okay, which position I have given? I have given as 2. Actually, when I give the position as 2, it should delete 2. I don't know, 1 minute, let me check. Okay, that was only a save issue, I think. Now I have given the position as 3 and I am running it 3 elements. I didn't make any change in the code. I think I didn't properly press Ctrl S. It was not saved only, I think. So 3 is deleted. Okay, so the second element is deleted, third is deleted, everything is working fine. Now I will give the position as 0. Since we are following human indexing, 0 is not a valid position for deletion. Let us try to file and run and give deletion failed. Okay, and all the elements in the list are as it is. And now let us give the position as 4. In this case also you can see that when I compile and run the code, you will see deletion failed, right? So I hope the purpose is solved, right? It is done. So I'll be sharing the code in the GitHub. You can also check and learn. Thank you.